Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we've got another viewer gameplay review submission here from longtime viewer of the channel, RPG Guy. So thank you RPG for submitting your gameplay here. So it looks like we're doing a comp match on Dissonance. Let's see what you're rocking. So classic, you've got your wrong side of right Scarfield. This is a high impact scout. So we're gonna go for some crazy 3-taps here. Hipfire grip explosive payload, so it's gonna have some nasty flinch if you shoot somebody with it. Pairing it with Ophidians and a sidearm. So I kind of like this double primary setup you got going on here, so you can kind of deal with most engagement ranges. Let's see what you can do. So liking the build there. Let's see what happens here. Working your way towards the right, changing your sensitivity perhaps. No, looks like you're working towards the outside of the angle. So again, like we're playing with the scout rifle, you're obviously going to want to like play a little bit more sneakily so you can kind of catch people in the open, so you can take advantage of the crazy range and time to kill that your scout rifle has. So let's just see what you do here. Looks like you're trying to coax this guy around the glass to fight, but it looks like he's not really taking the bait. He's just kind of dancing. So you guys have a little dance off there. So let's see. You see a ping close to you. Teammate ends up dying. Get your scout rifle out. Kind of get shot from the left. Let me see if there was a ping available. I didn't quite see him. So I guess the only way you would have known he was there was, let me see. So you walk up here. And you notice there's a ping directly on your right. This is the only way I guess you would have been able to tell that there's a guy potentially as you turn around to this right side here that he was there, because that's the way the radar works. Is it works around your point of view. So if you're looking this way and your guy's on your right, the radar is going to show a ping on the right. But if you're facing this way and the guy's over here, the ping would be straight on the top. So I guess from this information you could have you could have found out that the guy was going to be on your right, but it was a tiny little ping. It wasn't shown for that long, so you do end up getting caught by the pulse rifle there. As your teammate gets fusion rifled into the next dimension. But definitely a little bit harder to tell that it was kind of sneaking up on them. The ping was there for a very brief moment. So your teammate dies. I notice you're kind of in the open here. Obviously, you have some cover on the left, but you got to work towards it. You have the Icarus dash maybe. And then here on your right, you're a little bit far away again. You'd have to probably Icarus dash. So it's not like easily available. If you strafe left to right, you'll be in cover. So again, you're kind of in the open here. Good team shots with your teammate. Nice. Scarful's chunking. Potentially right here, as you notice, you get the kill, right? I mean, you know the res is right here. You see they're trying to go for it. You do have your swarm grenade on cooldown. Potentially swarm grenading the res right here could prevent this enemy from maybe getting the res. That way you guys don't have to deal with multiple players. If you swarm grenade, you'd only have to deal with one player. So that's just potentially something you could have done there to limit your guys' risk. But your teammate does clean up the res and farm, so I guess it did end up working out. Teammate dies. Again, you're kind of getting team shot here, so good job backing up. Using your Phoenix dive to get some of your health. Your grenade gets chucked in the wall. A little bit unfortunate there, but it happens. Nice damage there, disengaging. I like that. Teammate dies but gets a trade, and your other teammate wins a gunfight. So, not too bad. You've lit up this last guy. Nice damage there. Good win on that last gunfight. I like that you're challenging the long angle with your scout rifle. Notice the ping close. Watch out, you're in the open for an extremely long time. So, let me see this. So, as soon as you see 1, 2, 3, you get like, you should really only be getting like 1, 2 shots off and then running away. Just because if they all look at you at the same time, you're instantly dead. So, it looks like you commit to the kill, you get the trade, but potentially, if you just run away, maybe you could have wrapped around, help your teammate there. It was, you were pretty lucky, I'd say, to honestly get the trade, just because all three people could have just like turned and just shot you at the same time. But nice trade from yourself there. Contesting heavy, nice. Good damage. Scarfo looks pretty good. Nice damage again right there. Playing well to your Scarfo's ranges. Looks like you're going for some colony pickups. Let's see what happens here. Spam the colony around the corner. Perfect. Icarus dash away. Perfect. Nice. And the colony gets 2. I guess get your sidearm ready just in case they push you. He's trying a lightning surge. Nice little double melee to get the trade. Even with the lightning surge. That's definitely a tough trade to get. So good little 3-piece there, RPG. So you're backing up, waiting for your teammates. Potentially seeing if someone flanks on the right to catch him with the scout rifle. Good help for your teammate there. Nice kill. Your other teammate gets a trade, so that's good as well. So it's only 2 people. Again, really nice job playing your range, cleaning up for your teammates. Solid shots there. Good cleanup again on your teammate. You're doing a really good job of not exposing yourself too much, and then helping clean up your teammates who are eventually fighting all these people. So Hellion tags him a little bit. Just jumping him with the sidearm. Incinerator snap a little bit. Is that other guy visible when you jump up at the sea? So you notice there's one guy below you who you just instantly challenge, and there's another guy here. I don't know, is this guy even looking at your teammate? Probably not. Jump up and melee. I mean, at this point, you're committed. Your Icarus dash on cooldown, so you can't really get out. So I guess really the best thing you could have done here was trade, and that's really all you could do. So not the worst thing ever. Your teammate should have backed up and kind of waited for you guys to spawn, but he kind of ran in and just got 2v1'd. Looks like we're walking up a little bit to hold the spawns. Playing cover. Scout rifle. Two shot him. Nice job disengaging. Got some good damage on him. Perhaps your teammates can catch him. Looks like you're trying to contest heavy with your scout rifle here. Again, RPG. Potentially crouching right here. So you're off radar from people far away. Could be pretty big here because if they think you're in like no one's holding this lane and you're just crouched here and they peek, that's potentially 1, maybe 2 free kills if they just walk into your scout rifle, because again, they don't really have scout rifles to contest you. So I think potentially crouching on this corner, holding heavy from here, you can see up top, you can see up down bottom. If they do happen to recognize you, you have a little bit of an exit. You can leave back around through the left, or actually back around through the right through that little door, work your way back around, and then maybe try fighting over it again. But lots of good options there. Right now, you're kind of putting yourself in an area where you can't really contest heavy. So again, like you're working your way back towards an area you can contest heavy. Nice job contesting it. Hellion cleans him up. And that guy's not even looking at you. Solid damage when your teammate can clean him up. Nice. Teammate kills kill. Good job disengaging. Working our way around. Again, I do like how much you're playing these long angles just so you can take advantage of your scout rifle, because no one in the lobby really has the range to contest you. Sheeping close, nice. You recognize that, pull out your sidearm. When the guy tries pushing with the shotgun, just gets blasted. So really nice job there. And again, that guy's walking out in the middle of the open. Miss a couple shots, but your teammate does clean him up. And even though you missed a couple shots, I think you had the right idea just by having your scout rifle ready. We should be potentially looking to pop our super here soon, just because they do have a Nova Bomb and a Thunder Crash here. Just so if you pop it right now, you're not going to have another super to really contest you. But if these come up, there's a little bit more risk where you can get supered out, like shut down out of your super by one of these Nova Bombs or Thunder Crashes here. So we should try to get our super off soon. Potentially right now would be a good opportunity to super. Looks like you go for an incinerator snap. Melee. Clean him up. This is the trade. But I really think right there, RPG would have been like the perfect opportunity to super. They're all kind of bunched up here. And again, they don't really have another super to contest you. You could have even... You don't even need to necessarily kill all three of the people. Let's say like you pop your super, you kill one of them, one or two of them, and then maybe the third one runs away. That would be the perfect opportunity to just get those 2 kills, leave, and then group it back to your teammates. Because right now, they're going to spawn all the way on the other side of the map. But again, with Downblade's mobility, you can get like a kill or two. Maybe the third guy runs away, and then you can group back up with your team.
Your enemy is pushing for victory. Punish them for it.
We'll take the trade there. Again, we really got to think about popping our super here soon. Good cleanup with the scout rifle. Making him weak for your teammate. Really weak. It almost finishes him up. Your grenade right there wasn't really blocking anything off. You don't really have any information that would support you throwing the grenade right there. So potentially just saving your grenade right there is probably the best option. Yeah, because like right here, I mean, there's a radar ping all the way in the back. But the thing with the swarm grenade is that because it's like kind of easy to avoid, it's really best used when someone's like one shot and they're like sitting behind cover. Like a swarm grenade when you're at full HP is not like the biggest threat, but potentially denying something like reses or people who are cleaning up people who are one shot is where this grenade has its value. But right now, since again there's no one really close, you don't really have any big amount of damage on anybody, I think this grenade was probably best to save for another time.
3 minutes left.
You get team shot here. Again, your teammate pops your super, so he's probably going to clean up the first two. Get your sidearm out. Yup. And then just blast him. Hadn't had a lucky knockout trade there, but we'll take that. You guys are still down 1, so again, you really got to pop your super here soon, because that Nova Bomb and Thunder Crash have got to be coming any second now. So here's a super. I like it. I like how you popped when you saw the ping. 127. Nice kill. Downblade is be whiffing sometimes, I swear. And for 5 damage, you scorched a little bit. Got him weak. Switching the scout rifle when he's a little too far. Nice. Pushing him with the sidearm to clean him up. Oh, gotta reload. Nice kill on your left. Nice. Good clean up with the sidearm. Challenge with the scout. Ooh, and a little 3-tap there to clean him up. That was nice. Looks like you can pick up the heavy too. So again, we just have to worry about the Nova Bomb. This is still losable since they do have 2 supers. You guys really only need 1 kill, but if they can play the spawns correctly and use their supers, you guys are at risk of losing here. Oh, but the game ends right there. I want to assume you guys won, but I'm not quite sure. I mean, this is still, like, you guys are up 2, but they do have 2 super, so this is very losable. This is kind of like a critical spot to be cut off here, but I'm going to assume you guys were at least able to trade off with the one guy who didn't have a super, so I'll say you guys won, but again, I think the biggest thing for you, RPG, I think you actually had pretty solid positioning and use of your weaponry this whole match, but I think your cooldown usage, like your grenade and your super usage, could use a little bit of work. Grenade wise, I think there are a couple situations where you could have used your grenade a little bit better to deny like reses, deal with people who are a little bit low, saving your grenade for when it's like the right opportunity to use it. And then I think recognizing for your super that, especially in a game like Clash where momentum is everything, getting your super off when there's no one else to really contest you is such a huge advantage. You can run in, kill people who don't have your super, they can't really fight back at you, and then you can slowly pick people off as they split spawn. So again, I think just try to recognize if you get your super early, get that thing off quick. Potentially, if you're really popping off, you can get multiple supers in a match if you pop it early enough. And then again, I think just a little bit better ability usage, and that's really it. I think, again, you get solid usage of your weapons. Positioning wise, I think you're good. Maybe potentially crouching a little bit more when you're taking your Scout Rifle fights. Just because, again, when you're off radar, some people might just walk into your line of sight with your Scout Rifle thinking you're not there because, again, you're crouched, so you're not on radar. So potentially taking advantage of those situations where you can crouch and catch people walking into your Scout Rifle could be big. But thank you, RPG, for your submission. And guys, again, if you would like your gameplays to be reviewed just like this one today, then we'll leave a link in the description below to the community Discord where you guys can submit your own gameplays just like this. But thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.